Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Live Forex trading with my brand new audio mic headset. Zero static, guaranteed, or I owe you $1,000. Yesterday's trade, CHFJPY. Profit. Can you imagine that? That's my 4,755th profitable trade in a row, as far as you know. We always win. Just had a brand new member in the group go, I've been here for a week. I've taken your automated signals. I've taken your free trades, and everyone wins. They're like, is this for real? Is this possible? I would not have known this is possible. The reason you didn't know it's possible is because, or the reason a person might know it's not possible, is because they give up too early. There are so many negative, terrible, deep-seated Forex mind viruses floating around out there. We'll talk about another one today, of course. There's an endless amount of them. Endless amount. We'll talk about one today that came up. Very common. And it's stuff you have to be careful of. This particular mind virus that we will talk about today is something that you would create on your own due to the marketplace guiding you in unrealistic expectations. It's like a big thing. Unrealistic expectations. But before we get into that, CHFJPY profited. If in this particular case, remember how I accidentally launched two of them? So you can see I launched trade 1 and trade 2 literally at the exact same price. We had trade 3 come in, which upscaled, which added a trade to the entire basket. And look how much more profitable. Look how much we would have made on the first trade. $5.74, right? We weren't going for that much. CHFJPY does not move that much. But because it moved against a little bit, and then against again, look how much we made on that third trade by scaling up the lot size just a little bit. We made what is that, like 70% more than we would have normally made? Actually, I'm probably completely wrong in that math. $70 more than we normally would have made. What's that? 700% more? 955% more? Like, it's just incredible to trade this way. And as long as you go in the initial trade at a realistic, for your account, for your balance, for your leverage, for your broker, for your risk appetite. Everybody has a different risk appetite. Mine changes during the year. I have a deeper risk appetite right now because the market's been pretty smooth than I had all summer. I had a very low risk appetite all summer. I'm out doing stuff all summer long, very busy summer. And I just didn't want to sit here and hover over charts while it was 100 degrees outside. I just didn't. I wanted to be out in the pool with my commercial slushy machine, which is what I do. Right? I drank mango frozen vodka all summer. Anyway, that's the choice you have when you use an automated system like this. But right now, I was risk averse. Right now, I'm open. The markets have been extremely smooth, albeit sideways, but we're getting some great profit. So let me launch the free trade. We'll get into the mind virus of, hey, this is a sentiment that I'm getting from people, right? Real time. Hey, I need more trades. I'm like, okay, well, that's a mind virus. Let's talk about that. That's a complete misunderstanding of what's going on. So Doug's here, Mark is here, the usual suspects. I'd have to look at how many people. That's about half the people. So let's launch the free trade. Here's how I do it. we're going to go take a look at the overall algorithm. So let's pause the screen here. Let's go take a look at the overall algorithm. I want to make sure I still got volume here. Let me pull this up. We'll take a look at what's in play right now, and then we will jump into one of those as a free signal, and it will do what happened yesterday, overnight, took profit. I can usually call it pretty good. What I'm looking to do is try to give you the free signal trades where we jump in and we take profit that day. Now, if you're a subscriber, you have access to all of this stuff, right? Before I share the screen here, you have access to all of this. But you could jump into these free signal trades because I'm pretty good at picking the ones that are like, this looks like it's about ready to pop. I see a few here. So let me share the screen with you. I'm going to show you the overall. This is what's called my premium signals monitoring account. It is all of the trades from my algorithm that are in play right now, and it takes those trades at a 10x bid. So the bid standard comes out at a 0.01 lot size. This represents all of the trades at a 0.10 base lot size. Just makes visual and mathematics look a little bit easier. So here are all the trades that are in play right now. Not a lot. Again, the market is a little slow. It's a lot sideways. So the mind virus we talk about today will be, hey, I want more trades. That's a mind virus. When I look at the premium signals monitoring account, I look at the drawdown, $200. We all know that have been following this for a while. That's some extremely low market volume. Extremely low. What happens after this? What happens when we're in a lull and extremely low market volume? The people that have been here for a while can tell you, it will all of a sudden go ape shit. And if you're that person that got sucked into, the banks are doing this to you. The banks are delivering low volume right now because of a lot of uncertainty in the market. 19 days from the election. Okay. A lot of uncertainty. Even though we got some news, high impact news stuff that's been going on, really didn't seem, it affected us a little bit, but it's usually in a 99% positive way. So I heard this morning while I was sleeping, because I slept through the high impact news, I heard a lot of ding, 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 trades entering and trades mostly taking profit. If you look at the history here, you can see we've taken $182 worth of profit today. Had you taken all of my trades, had you bid what I'm bidding on the screen. So you make more or less from there. It's completely scalable. But let's jump into a trade here. Let me just kind of take a look at this. A lot of single trades in play. I usually like to see a couple in play on the same pair. So AUD, CAD, 1, let's see, CHFJPY, Euro AUD, looks like a good one, although that is a slow mover. Euro Chief, looks like a good one, slow mover. Euro JPY, yeah, I might like that one. Let's go take a look at that on the chart, Euro JPY. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Let's try this. Let's see what we got here. I'll draw on the screen. We are currently right here on the price. We had a buy entry down here, another buy entry. I'm sorry, I'm doing it backwards. We had a buy entry up here. It moved against. Our take profit is right here, and the price is right here. It looks like the wick almost touched that. Let's jump into this trade. Let's jump into Euro JPY. It won't be a lot of profit unless it moves against. You see we had some huge wicks today because of the news this morning. Let's jump into Euro JPY. I like this. Still a little bit of distance to go. So when I look at this, here's what I need to know before I can tell the AI system what to do. EUR JPY is 3 trades deep. Okay, so let me pause the screen and I'll kind of talk you through what I'm doing here. I'm doing this behind the scenes because you don't need to see all the technical stuff. So EUR JPY, I'm going to pull this up on my end. Give me a second here. Find the account, and we will launch EUR JPY as the free signal. Here we are. I'm going to be quiet for a second while I'm typing in what I want. Euro JPY. What did I say? There were 3 trades. We'll take the third one. In fact, you know what? Let's jump into, let's see if I can There's three. Let's jump into the second and the third trade, all in one. So let's see what I want here. So this says copy from trade order number 2. Yeah, let me try this. Let's see if this works for me. Damn, I'm good. All right, I'll show you this. I will share this with you. And I'll tell you my thinking here of what I did. In fact, before I do, let's go to the free trade signal. Here we are. You can see I jumped into 2 of them. Remember, there were 3 in the overall algorithm. That's what's so cool about my system. Completely flexible. Just really flexible. We didn't need to enter. We could enter as many as we want. We can enter when we want. It's not price specific. It's direction specific. And in this particular case, it's TP specific. The take profit on this buy signal is 162.784 right now. That's where it's at. So I entered 2. I scaled in twice. You could do this so different. You don't have to enter 2. I wanted a little more volume, and since I'm just leveraging my AI system to do it, I said, you know what? I could have said take all 3. But I leveraged the final 2. Yes, it's going to enter at the same price on both of them. Absolutely. Look at them. But by doing it this way, like why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just grab one and upscale the lot size? You could do that, but that's, and most people are going to do that because they're using it manually. But in this particular case, this kind of gives me an idea of something I've been talking about in the past. We'll get to. But in this particular case, I'm like, I want it to be automated, so I don't have to manually mess with this. Yes, the free signal is designed for most people to go, you know what? I'm skeptical as hell. I can't believe you don't set a stop loss. There's no way that you win every time. And then after they trade this for a week or 2 or however long they feel like they need to build some confidence, they're like, holy shit, where'd this guy come from? How's come this is not more prevalent than it is? I don't know. It's the viruses, the mind viruses are definitely something I'm up against. I am up against them. And the tough thing is there's so much bad information out there is that when someone new comes in and they see what I'm doing, their bad information is so much more powerful than their ability to just go, let me give this a shot. Because this is contrarian. Someone used that word the other day in the comments. This is counterintuitive. I get it. It's counterintuitive when you just live in a world of mind viruses. Forex woke mind viruses. And that's all that's out there. When I started Forex trading, what am I now? 7, 8 years in? Something like that. I went to YouTube. I was like, all right, I'm going to watch every trader. I literally would lay in bed at nights. I go to bed at like 9 p.m. I would watch YouTube training till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and then get a few hours of sleep and then go back and trade. Just obsessed. And of course, what happened? I took on a lot of the mind viruses. I'm so aware of mind viruses, I'm at least able to listen to that and go, well, all right, let's go check this out. My God, if you just do this 3-bar play entry where the bar looks like a hammer and then it wicks and then the price goes this way and you enter, you're going to get 10 pips every time. Loss, 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 loss. I mean, shit. What? Why doesn't this work? Can you imagine? There are signal services out there, and I probably, you know what? I probably should start calling out a lot of these signal services because I give a signal service and we win every time. I've never taken a signal service that didn't lose at least 50% of the time, which is not, I mean, you can still make money probably at 50%, 51%. But it's just, it's such a trudge on your memory. Like your mind is like, oh, I lost again. It's hard for the average person to stick in there and stay with it. If you're winning all of the time, the only thing you have to do at that point is go, well, how much more can I, should I, will I risk? So CHFJPY buy signal, 162.784 is the take profit. It's going to be a great trade. Mark my words. How long are we going to be in it? I'm telling you right now, the market is freaking sideways. When I look at the chart again, You see this white dash line over here? That's the end of the market yesterday. So this is all of basically since 5 p.m. yesterday and to today. That's pretty sideways, my friends. All the prices right there, right? You just have to deal with it. So let's deal with a little bit while I'm looking at this. Let's deal with a little bit of the mind virus that came in and said, I think it was someone trading the feed, the automated subscriber feed that I have called One Profitable Pair. And they said, at this rate, I'm not going to make enough money, let's say, for whatever their perception is. Can I have more trades? And I was like, oh. I was like, you can absolutely have more trades. How many do you want? Right? Now, I'm not going to let that person or do it to that person. I'm not going to drive that person into the ground. But first, I'm going to see what the thinking is. Right? And if it was you that asked me that, I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm here to help you, man. I'm not going to let you drive yourself into the ground as much as you want to. We are in a slow market right now. It's a slow market. Where our profits are made is when we just keep our bids conservative and the market decides to push like crazy on the 22 different currency pairs, and half of them are 10 deep into what you might call recovery, right? We scale in, we dollar cost average, we start out at a realistic lot size. That gives us the ability to increase it. And our money is made when that's actually happening to us. If you start bidding and or trading volume of trades in the current market we're in, because of the current market we're in, very sideways, getting some pops, hitting some take profits. We're not in a bad scenario. It's not slow, no movement. We're getting some general movement. If you start bidding for that, when the market loses its shit and the big banks just start dumping trillions of dollars into random currency pairs, and you've bid for this market so you can make a bunch of money right now because your emotions are getting to you, I need to make more money right now. Do you? It's going to burn the hell out of you. You will then be that person. And you will then be, I'll finish my sentences. 2 thoughts there. You will then be that person that's messaging me at 3 a.m. going, Terry, what do I do? My margin level percent is 112. Oops. Oopsie. Right? A little late at that point. So if you want to be that risky person, and I think you should be, go ahead and risk. Practice on a demo. Get risky on your demo because you simply need that skill set to go ahead and risk, and you're going to profit a lot, but you're going to get into that situation, that scenario where one trade is pushed too far against you, you overbid, now you're over leveraging your account. It's going to happen. Whereas if you had a conservative bid, this would be an extremely profitable trade for you and make up for your FOMO, your fear of missing out last week when you might only been making $50 and you wanted to make 500. So the next week you make 1,500, or on that trade you make 1,800 or 2,000. A little bit of patience because the market delivers that shit to us all the time. All the time. I am risking a little bit more right now. Not much more. A little bit more. I know that I'm bidding for the scenario when the big banks dump trillions in and we might have to fight, right? We might have to hedge. My bids right now are so middle of the road on my accounts. Again, I have different account sizes, different leverages, different brokers I'm working with. They're all different. But right now my bids are very much middle of the road and probably too high for what happened to us this summer, but low enough to where I could handle a lot. And more importantly with me, I'm trading primarily the OPP feed, the One Profitable Pair feed right now, and Gold Scalper together. And those are really great trades. It's going to feel a little slower in this market if you're in the OPP feed. Doug says OPP is my favorite lets me sleep every night. Exactly. Exactly. That's definitely key. So, and the same thing with me. But what it also does is it allows me to up my bid maybe a little bit more than I would if I was trading more than one pair at a time. And it also allows me, if the market goes against me, I'm in one pair or two. And for me to be able to manage the hedge and stuff on that, it's just a lot easier. It's just kind of what I want right now. I'm not saying everybody trade that feed. It's fucking holy grail. It's not. It's what I want right now. I'm getting ready within a few weeks to start getting on the road, and I'm going to travel, going south, because I'm up north right now, and I'll probably be on the road for 2-3 weeks, right? So I'm typically at a place. I leave, and I drive about 4 or 5 hours that day, and I stop somewhere, and then so I'm staying like, one day, maybe 2 days at places. So I want a little bit of flexibility. I guess I want less stress on my trading account to where I have to be there all the time. Yeah, I remember traveling last year, and a couple times I had to like pull off into a rest stop for hours and manage a trade. I'm like, I don't want to do that, right? So this system that I'm offering you, that I give you, just pure flexibility. Practice on demo, but what's the number one thing to do? Subscribe to the feeds, man. You have so much flexibility. So that person that says, I want more trades, I said, I can give you all the trades you want. What do you want? Right? And how would I do that? There's a lot of different ways. I could just hook you to the full algorithm at a base minimum lot size, depends on your account. I could hook you to the main algorithm, but block half of the 22 pairs and say, well, all right, maybe we're only trading 10. Right? So that would increase things, but also maintain a little bit slower. You have to understand, you are not trading my algorithm. Hear me out on this one. You are not trading my algorithm. We are trading the market with my algorithm. So it's the market that drives what's going on. Right now, the market's doing what the market's doing. It's stable right now. A lot of pairs will move, go sideways, which is almost typical of Forex market. But, we're not getting, it's not a roller coaster ride right now. It's a nice, easy kiddie ride, right? At the kiddie park, amusement park. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you start bidding for that market, and the banks are like, all right, the hell with the high impact news. We're dumping trillions of dollars today into Euro Chief for whatever freaking reason. And you're like, oh, shit. This thing only moves 35 pips a day and it just moved 300. Oops. Hey, Terry, what do I do? My margin level percent is at 256. I'm like, what you do is you back up a few weeks. You have a demo account where you're practicing overbidding, overtrading, so you can practice for that. So now you're in a real life scenario. You let it go too far at 256% margin level. We should start talking about your account because you overbid and overtraded at about a 2,000% margin level. We should start talking about it. Let's start looking at this. We can analyze it on the chart. I'll pull it up and go, here's what I'm thinking. What do? I'll go look at the day chart. Let's go look at this scale to the day here. I'll go look at the day chart. I'll zoom out a little bit to kind of be able to see some of the past performance. Take this currency pair. Now, what I'm going to show you is absolute just speculation bullshit. Nothing will follow this, specifically. But notice the wave of movement we've got here. We've got, let me get my pen here. We've got a high and a low, a high and a low, a high and a low. We got a high. This is generally a channel, a box, right? A sideways movement, but that's on the day chart. So you might be able to say where we were right here is the most highest recent price, which is very similar over here. Okay. Is it going to respect that? Not always. But if you're asking me, and I'm in a trade, I don't use this information to trade. There's the difference with me. I'm in a trade. I'm like, well, look at it. Respected it here. It respected it here. It's respecting it here. It's not always exact. What you really do, let me show you. What you really do is you look at these in kind of like an area of interest, okay, like this. You could also do this. You probably can't see it. The wick goes all the way down to here on this particular candle. Goes all the way down to here. So you and some of these wicks are down here. So you might expect that there's an area down here. Okay, support, resistance, blah blah blah. But I start looking at those things, going, well, what's the chances of this going a lot higher than where we're at? So I just try to make that decision, and then I start, because I'm making one decision here. When should I hedge to protect the account from bleeding? And the hedge is simply a protection. You could hold that hedge forever. You know, if I hedge right here, let's say, because it's went too far on me because I took a sell order down here, let's say, all right? So if I hedge here, I can hold the hedge all the way up here, and my account is completely protected. Right? I mean, that's a long ways up, but I can. And if we get a pullback and a push down, I get out of the hedge right here. I get out of this trade at maybe break even. So whatever the case may be, and I'm exaggerating the kind of movement a little bit here, but we can start making that decision. Probably not going to make that decision when you're at like 112% margin level. You haven't been paying attention. You overbid, you overtrade, you're taking too many trades. When you overbid and overtrade, it's for your account. That's it. So I know you guys, you stalwarts that have been here forever, you understand that. It's good to keep thinking about it. I hope you're practicing on accounts, demo accounts where you're overtrading and hedging. I love the practice, and we'll go look at this here. I love the practice accounts of, start a $3,000 account and take the OPP feed, take the gold scalper feed and run it to it at high multiply factors, high lot sizes, relatively high for that account, and see if you can manage it. So let's look at this one. I believe it's this one here. Yes, it is. So I'll share. We've been looking at this, okay? I started a $3,000 account a few weeks ago. This thing is up to $5,000. I'm overbidding, but the market has been delivering such stable movement with us that, look at this. I gained $2,000 in about 2 weeks on a $3,000 account. If you look at the profit overnight, $97.17. Couple AUD USD took profit. Gold comes in. The gold scalper feed enters and gets out of the trade typically within 24 hours. That's its goal. Have we held a few gold trades this year? Once or twice? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Has gold scalper feed suckered people into overbidding because it was so consistent, and then they struggle on the one time that it pushes against us? Yes, that's happened. But you learn from that. The only way to teach a Forex trader how to learn is to turn the stove on, get it really hot, and then take their hand and hover it over that, and or just take their hand and shove it right down on the fire. So it's blistered and burnt 3rd degree, and they're screaming, right? It only takes once. Only takes once. You just have to touch the fire for some reason, and the fire is you overtrading, overbidding for your account. It's okay. You're gonna do it. But an account like this, with someone like me, I can take $3,000 to $5,000 in a couple weeks period. Like, look at this. If we look for the week, $696 for the month, up $2,018, and we're not even done with the month. That's only about 2.5, 3 weeks, I think. I think I started this at the beginning of October. We can look back. Let's do it right now. Let's go all the way back to the start. You can see it here. Deposit was on 9/22. Oh, so we're coming up on almost a month. 5 days away. That's not bad. A $2,000 profit in a month on a $3,000 account. I hope that impresses you. It fucking impresses me, and I built the damn thing. So Yeah, exciting times, exciting stuff. That's what's going on. I'm taking the one profitable pair feed, which is what we're in right now, and gold, which you can see took profit last night on the day. I'm actually trading this on some of my own very large accounts. In fact, we have right now. I'm trading what is called my FX to BTC pool. I just yesterday moved from the 10 pip hybrid to over to the OPP feed and the gold scalper. Just because the market has been slow and I've only been doing a payout about every 2 weeks because I'm being conservative. I'm not trying to run it into the ground. But what me being in the OPP and the gold scalper feed is going to allow me to do is upscale the bid maybe more than I would if I was taking more than one pair. And it also gives me the ability to where if I have to hedge because it goes too far, and it can, then it's easy to manage because I'll only be in gold or a standard pair or one or the other, right? Gold and a standard pair or one or the other. So that's what I'm trading right now. And yeah, I think we could look at like a ton of other accounts. One I haven't looked at in a little while. Let's go look at my test algorithm real quick. This is the screen I wanted to go to. Sorry. That's not the screen I wanted to go to. So let me change here. Let's pull this up. I believe it's this one. Remember, I had that algorithm that was trading. We were testing it for the month of September. It made about $200 trading GBP USD. No entry strategy, just mathematics to keep the account in control. And then I said, you know what? That did pretty good. Let's go ahead and add 4 more currency pairs. So we're trading a total of 5. I'll show you the algorithm here. I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see I'm trading AUD, CHF, Euro CAD. Let's see what else here. GBP USD, which is what we were trading, and NZD CAD, USD Chief. So it's managing all of these without an entry strategy. It's purely mathematics. It's $400 in the drawdown at a 0.01 lot size. So that's a pretty decent amount. But the margin level percent, 9,300. It's great in terms of what it's closed for the day, $5.55. This kind of does profits in bursts. It'll have like a big profitable day and then it'll hold the trades for a little while. So if you look back for the week, it's made $70.19. You might feel like, I say this a lot, that's not a lot of money. Okay, $219 in the last month. But I literally just a week ago added the additional 4 currency pair trades. This is not a feed that I believe you could manually do any sort of manipulation and management to. This thing has a mind of its own. This is a hive mind, right? This is artificial intelligence at its best. It's already hedging itself. So you probably wouldn't do a hedge to recover any trades. The only thing you would do is maybe force some losses if that happened. But the algorithm itself and the mathematics itself is intended to do that. So this is just something you turn on and you go, we're letting it roll. We're letting it roll. It's fully automated. Really not going to do any manipulation to it other than maybe taking some losses to save the account if it goes that far. But it's already designed to handle that itself. So we'll see. I mean, here we are. I was a little late. We've only been trading the extra 4 pairs for about a week now. So what are we, mid-October? So we'll go mid-November kind of looking at this. It's intended to make a little bit of profit fully autonomously with no need to manage it, no real ability to manage it because the AI is handling all of that. It's hedging if it needs to. It's doing a thing called pruning. If you look here, I don't know if you can see this. So it closed a $3.67 profit on AUD CHF, and it closed a 60-cent loss. So it's pruning the highest profitable and the least profitable. It prunes those. So that way it keeps the entire algorithm on that particular currency pair in line. And then EuroCAD, it just got into profit. It took it. Right? There was no need to close down some losses and keep that account, keep that currency pair in balance. I've told the algorithm be in about four trades on any given currency pair at any time. Now, if you look, there was GBP USD which has a lot of trades on it. Let's see how many. Let's just count, and I'll tell you what's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 trades it's in right now. But it is trading against itself, and it's doing its best to narrow it down. When you tell it 4, it can't necessarily do just 4, but it's shooting for that. So it's going to start closing out that profitable trade right there, and closing out a loss, and re-entering. So it's a really good algorithm. And I have the exact same algorithm running on all of these currency pairs. So it looks a little odd, but it's kind of the mindset behind it. So here's the thing. If the thing's been making $10 a day, right? It's going to be more than that because we were only trading one pair. The idea behind this is to let it run fully autonomously on your balance, pull out the profits weekly, hold them in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin specifically, and then hold those profits in Bitcoin for 5+ years. That's where your big exponential multi-compounding profits can be. Will they be? Nobody knows. Can they be? They can be more than you'd get. Like Bitcoin outpaces the S&P 500 and the gold by exponential percents. Pull out your profits and hold it in the S&P 500, please. Go get a Vanguard index fund. I'm not giving investment advice. I'm just entertaining you on things you could do. Go do your own research. If you want absolute kind of like there is no security, but if you want what you believe is security in something like the S&P 500 or gold, then go do that. I keep seeing on Fox News in the morning a gold investment, and they're trying to appeal to multi-million-dollar investors. They're like, our gold investment has an annual percentage yield rate, whatever, of 4.54%. And you got all these people in business suits going, this is where I invest my money. I'm like, I told my dad, I'm like, 4.54% a year? He goes, yeah. I go, I just did 50% this month on a Forex account. I did, right? What you do, I don't even know if you have the ability to, follow along and pay attention. The algorithm is doing it on its own. I'm also human intervention if I need to. And you need to know how to humanly intervene, if that's a concept. You need to know when to, okay, I need to hedge this, gone a little too far. I got a little too crazy on my bids. So yeah, let's stop there. I've had enough for the day. No questions. No questions in the live chat. No custom consult. I must just be giving you guys everything you absolutely need. This is crazy. So tomorrow, last day of the week, Friday, October 18th, I'll be live at some time. Free trade's been launched. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's it. Appreciate you watching. I will see you inside the group. Come on over, fxwithterry.com. Join the free Discord group. Start taking the trades. Plug into the subscription feed. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I know if you just said, I know I have 17 mind viruses, and I just had some guy say, I would never trade without a stop loss. I'm like, okay, just try it once. Just try it once. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.